we want to talk about the Arturia KeyLab 61 and Ableton today. I'm just going to do like a quick overview, show you guys the keyboard, and kind of talk a little bit about like how I am using this with Ableton. And yeah, let's go ahead and do it. It's so hard when you got these top-down angles to get it exactly, like to get it exactly even, right? It's like, as you can see, it's not exact. It's not exactly straight. I'm working on it. Eventually we'll get there, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, let's turn this on. So a few things about the KeyLab that I really like. I love the fact that it has USB-C on the back. I love the fact that there's a power cable. I'm sorry, a power button, right? So usually you turn the keyboard, you plug it in and it turns on automatically. And like to turn it off, you have to unplug it. So I love it. It makes it feel, I don't know, just like its own, like an own separate unit kind of thing. So I really like that. It has all the buttons that I need on it. Like it has undo, it has redo, it has quantize, and it has save, which is like your capture button on Ableton, which is major. Tap tempo is fantastic. Metronome is kind of you know, fair game. I wish it had like the ability to hold tap tempo and like turn this knob to change the tempo. That would be something pretty cool. Which I don't think you can do that. You have to tap it in order to get it, which is, you know, it's fine, but it would be nicer to be able to just dial in tempo exactly. Knobs and faders feel fantastic. These contextual buttons down here work super well with DAW mode. And so, yeah, it's been creating a lot of like positivity and excitement around like making music in Ableton, like not a standalone, but like in the studio, like a physical location rather than like making music all different locations like I usually do. What I want to show you guys too, I'm going to go into Ableton on my computer and do a quick screen share. And so a few different things that I've done in Ableton that I'm really enjoying is I created a template with the word Khordmaster with different shades of yellow, so it looks cool and inspiring, so I really like that. I also have done a few different things here. So like, because I'm trying to use just the Arturia's software synths for this month, and like leaning into like understanding how to use them and appreciating like how they interface with the keyboard here, I made a few different collections. I made an Arturia Instruments and an Arturia Effects collection. So the Arturia Instruments collection has all the different instruments here. And I went two different ways here. Like at first I was like, let me create a template with like, I don't know, Prophet, for example, attached to every single one of these MIDI tracks. So that as soon as I launch this default set or launch this template, you already have like Prophets every single spot, which was pretty cool. But then the next time I started making music, I was kind of like, you know, feeling not a little bit constrained, but like, oh, maybe I don't want to use Prophet everywhere. Maybe I just want to, you know, try different things out. And the reason I thought about having, you know, a plugin on every single channel is so like when I launch, I can just go right into the keyboard and not have to worry about clicking around and stuff like that. So let me show you what I mean real quick. So, and I'm still figuring this out, but I really, really like pigments, right? So pigments could be something like, I have to figure out maybe like how this works best. But if I had pigments on, say, track 1, for example, and then if I had, I don't know, something like Prophet maybe on track 2, I guess essentially what I'm saying is like, if I'm starting with a blank slate, is that better to start with the blank slate and just like do what I was doing yesterday, which is just, I don't even know what 80% of these things are. I just like click a random one, bring it in, and just explore the sounds and be like, oh, this sounds cool for this. Like that's been kind of fun for me. But that requires obviously clicking with the mouse and doing that whole thing, which I don't really, you know, like having to do too much. So I'm still, the jury's still out in terms of like figuring that stuff out. But what I really like about the keyboard is this. Like if I'm on this track right here, we can switch tracks right with this knob right here. So that's how you can switch tracks. As you can see, sometimes, I think I just minimized this, that's why I didn't show up here. But when you switch tracks, it automatically pulls up the associated plugin, which is really, really nice, because I don't think that works that way at all, like on my laptop. I'm not using an Arturia MIDI controller with the laptop at the moment, But when I just go to a different track with my keyboard, it doesn't work that way. It doesn't like pull up the plugin like it does here. So I really like that. And then the other piece of the puzzle is in this keyboard, there's like DAW mode like this. So can you see that? Oh yeah, it's kind of bright. You can't really see it too well, but these are like lit up over here and on the keyboard, and you can like press a pad and start recording and stuff like that. You can arm, you can solo. I don't know what. Oh well, it's already armed. That's why. So if I go here and I want to arm this one, right? That's how you can arm that way. You can solo and you can mute. So that's really nice to be able to do that right there. But the other cool thing is you can go into the Arturia plugin by clicking that. The point I was making is, all right, so we're in Ableton here. We have everything routed. Hopefully you're able to hear and stuff properly. But you could navigate to different sounds right from here without looking up at your computer. And so maybe I can show you that by coming back here and getting rid of that and going back here. So check it. Right, it says Bells of Varanasi. Press this down bar or this down arrow. And then you have this magnifying glass which lets you search, and so you can go to like, I don't know, piano, click. Keypad is so good on this. The keypad is so good. It's a really tight keypad. Very, very, very nice. So, a couple things. Let's go back into screen share and let's add this in because we don't have the scene set up properly yet, but that's okay. So from here, you can turn these knobs over here, which change, if you look at the bottom right macro section, right? So being able to shape your sounds. Right? So that's really, really nice. Let's exit out of Pigments really quick. There's another thing called Augmented Grand Piano. And so I'm still figuring things out here, right? So for example, there's an Augmented Grand Piano and then there's a Piano V3. Okay? So like which one, if I'm trying to use like piano sounds, like which one of these is the de facto one to use? I don't know the answer to that. But let's go to this Augmented Grand Piano. Yeah, so I really, really, really like this. So there's a few things, right? I'm still working on just getting myself more and more comfortable and dialing things in and stuff, and just figuring out the precise workflow that just makes me feel right at home. But we're definitely getting close. And just sitting here right now, going through like this Augmented Grand Piano thing. Let's go to this other one real quick. You hit back, you go over here, click. Now we're in. Nope, we have to hit, hang on. We gotta hit that. And now, I think we're right. Yeah, now we're good. So now we're here in this American Grand. And as I'm sitting here playing, and I'm like, sometimes I might want to play some piano stuff on here on the 61 key because I really like this key bed so much. I'm missing a sustain pedal in this setup. So I'm definitely going to connect one. The only thing is, I was thinking about like if I wanted to have this keyboard adjacent to my desk, like to the left of me, so I can, I don't know, have more space on the desk to do other things, and then when I want to play, be turned around. But obviously doing that means that I'm not looking at the computer screen, which in a way is good, but in a way is like, as I'm still figuring things out with Ableton, you kind of want to be able to see the keyboard and Ableton together until you get super, super comfortable. So I didn't move it over yet. Yeah. So yeah, that's where we're going to leave today's video. I really enjoying this. I just want to be able to like sit on this keyboard, sit at this desk, and just get right into making music without thinking of figuring out how to do certain things. So I'm still dialing certain things in on that front, but I'm definitely getting there. Definitely want to get that sustain pedal set up here. And I have my monitor here, and obviously the camera here, like focusing on prioritizing content creation at this setup, at this current state. But I was kind of thinking about, I don't know if I'm going to do it or not, but I was thinking about moving the monitor back right in front of me so that I could kind of, you know, get back into the keyboard, monitor, like just get everything ergonomic so that I can lean fully into music making and not have any of those small little barriers. Like this is a bit of an issue for me, having to turn this way and play, you know what I'm saying? So like, it's not a huge issue, but it's a little bit of an issue, enough to comment on it and say that I might, you know, explore, you know, figuring that out. I think one thing about this keyboard that I want to show you really quick that I would like, I already mentioned about the tempo and like turning the knob. When you're in Ableton and being able to like launch clips with this is awesome, and being able to record clips is awesome. But I would like, and I don't know if you can do it, maybe you can, maybe someone can let me know, but I would like to be able to copy and paste clips somehow from here to here. Like if I record some drums here, I want to be able to hit a duplicate. I mean, maybe I can do that just on my regular keyboard underneath it right here, but like to be able to, I don't know, hold a button and press this and then press here. It's like copy this clip to this spot and then have this clip start playing would be really cool, I think, for my workflow. But that's where we'll leave today's video. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you guys on the next one. Peace. That was weak. That's a little better. All right, peace, y'all. Hello, and welcome to another episode of Khordmaster. Turns his camera on and microphone and wakes up early in the morning and starts talking about different things that have to do with like music, technology or something, because he enjoys like sharing information with people who are watching his YouTube channel on their phone or on their television from across the country and across the world. I'm so happy to be here. How are you doing? Let's take a sip of water. Here we go. All right, so